Alright, I've had a ton of people asking, Zippo, are you okay? Where are you at? What's going on? We haven't seen any new videos. I actually have almost 3 weeks worth of videos, and I have simply not had the time to scratch my own rear, let alone edit and upload those videos. There is a lot I've got to get done. I have been putting in easily 12-hour days for what seems like an eternity. But thank all you guys very, very much for your concern. And I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. I have just been super, super, super busy. I even had to work quite a bit at the tractor show instead of being able to kick back and relax. But that doesn't mean I wasn't still able to get some goodies. So let's tear into it. First off, obviously, got our tri-state shirt, and they came out with a pocket shirt this year, so that is good. And I've also got, this is a khaki color. I've also got an olive drab green one. So there's those. This year it was the Oliver tractors. So there is my magnet applied sticker for my tractor so I can ride around legally. Alright, in the box, one of those silly little old-fashioned, what do you call it, shower curtain hooks. And it just went in the trash. A new tube for the front tire on the bill. And I'm going to go through this fast. This stuff I bought, okay? 12-ounce dead blow hammer, 24-ounce dead blow hammer, both with brass tips. A dental pick. The dental pick is going to be used for pulling O-rings and stuff like that. I'm always bending up wires and using them to hang stuff from my rafters. Well, I bought a pack of 10 pre-made and dipped, and I'll just grind the ends on these to make a little bit of a penetrating hook. So there's those. Again, this is stuff that I have bought. And I got a pair of wire loppers. These things are freaking awesome. Soft jaws, magnetic soft jaws for the vise. A really neat little hose clamp. It's a small one. So, and I've already shot a video of this stuff, but not all combined. So I'm going to try to do it all combined today. Alright, hang on just a quick second, guys. I got to make sure I've got audio. Alright, we're golden. We've got audio. Haha. This right here, Kurt's Carts, I mention them all the time. It's a place that I go to every single year, and we did lose a dear friend, Moose, this year, Vonda, or Moosette. That was her man, and he died on Valentine's Day, so huge blessings. They have a lot of takeoff stuff, and the takeoff stuff at their tent, just a bunch of washers, nuts, bolts, carriage bolts, I mean just and she said, here, take this. This stuff just gets in our way, or we end up giving it to somebody to scrap. So there's that, and just a bunch of assembly screws and stuff like that. So that's out of the way. That was a gimme. Then this tape measure. Funny story about this tape measure. While I was at the tractor show, I get a phone call from my buddy Biggie Rat. Biggie Rat is at a flea market, and he's, at a rummage sale, and he's looking at lighters. And so we talked through a few of them and found out that there were some lighters there that, one, I needed to complete a set, two, that he thought reminded him of me, and three, a new old stock Marsh Supermarkets lighter that the company had just gone out of business. So, and then we got to talking about me losing a tape measure while Alan and I were packing his truck. This is the tape measure that I lost. Well, where did I find it? You guys are going to see where I found it in just a little bit. But that brings up this tape measure. You can see the SF there, Sean Falls, and little SF here. I didn't even realize that I had lost or misplaced this tape measure. Biggie Rat, Ron, has had this tape measure for about 7 years, we figured. He found it on his trailer and threw it in his truck, and we remembered that when the new Walmart over here on the south side of Muncie opened up, we met over there, and he had his trailer full of stuff, and I bought some stuff off of him. But I had pulled my tape measure out to do some measuring, and apparently left it on the trailer. And he had forgotten all about it except for the fact that he put it in his truck, and when he put it in his truck, it was one that he had there whenever he needed to measure something. So he used it for the last number of years. So I got that one back, and then this morning found this one, that's my favorite tape measure right there, just because it's such big, beefy, boxy, and it's also on both sides, and it has a magnetic tip, 35 feet. Anyway, now back onto the box. The 3 lighters that Ron found for me. Here is the Marsh lighter, Marsh Supermarket. That's just a little bit of glue goo there, but it's brand spanking new. And I dated it, and I don't remember. 3 hash marks to the left, 2 to the right. I don't remember what the date was, but it's old. And then this is the one that he said reminded him of me, and I'm thinking that's probably because I am always on the run. I don't have, crazy dreadlocks or carry around a meat cleaver, but so he got that lighter. He got that one for me, and then I got this lighter, and this lighter is the one that completes the set. It's the Wildlife series. I'm sorry, I had that backwards. I had these two. This is the one that he found. So I completed the Wildlife series there. So I was real excited about that. So now I've got all 3 of those. Well, that wasn't the end of the lighters. My buddy Alfie, that lives in Portland, came up to the show. And he gets up to the show. And he goes, "Hey, I got something for you." And he hands me this box. I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. We're looking at a 1960s lighter here." We pop it open. There's a brand spanking new 1967 Zippo that sold for $3.95. I don't know how well you can see it. But Alfie, you're the man. That's just absolutely fantastic. This one has straight lines, 4 to the left, 3 to the right. And this one even has the patent number, 2517191, which is a second issue patent number with the fancy Zippo script. But brand new and unfired. In fact, that hinge is so tight, you can see. Just fantastic. He said he found it in his grandfather's stuff. So we've got that. Then, what else? Well, we're looking around. I found an Alice Chalmers lighter. The guy was, pardon me for saying this, I don't talk about people like this, but he was either a shyster or an idiot, one of the two. He said, "That's from the 1950s, and it was only available to the employees, the Alice Chalmers place, blah, 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 blah." Yeah, it's not a 1950s. It is a 1970s, and this emblem was originally that emblem. This would have been the emblem back in the 50s, not that. This didn't come in until the early 70s. So, I think it was at 1969. So, 68. Big Tens, 65. But anyway, he was way off on the years. But anyway, I got that. And then, a buddy of mine, Heliarch, I've mentioned him a number of times on different videos. Sent a bunch of stuff. One of the things in particular that he sent along was this lighter that says Big Bill, and it's a pipe lighter. And this has prompted me to decide to rename the Bill to Big Bill, because Bill Turner was actually quite tall. He was a formidable man, 6'2" or 3", good solid 250 pounds. So the Bill is now Big Bill. Why not, right? And I'll fill this lighter and leave it in the trunk of Big Bill, so I'll never be without a lighter. So there's that. That takes care of the lighters. It doesn't take care of all the Tobacco stuff, but that takes care of the lighters. And then a subscriber, and I do have an unboxing video, which I will place on this video. Had his son, Aaron, made these buttons. There's a Willys Oberlin that he had made for Reed Savory, Simplicity, and Alice Chalmers. So I thought those were really cool. And he gave me a number of them. So, might be doing a giveaway. Might be. And my buddy Bryce, just as a quick hello. Sent me a America bandana. I got the bandana. This ashtray, isn't that just beautiful? Hand cast and hand machined by my good friend Heliarch, that also sent me the lighter. Isn't that just a gorgeous ashtray? He did a very, very good job. I was really pleased with it. And then his wife, Karen, made me up a couple jars of jam. So I was real excited about that too. Then I have a Briggs WI that is sitting up on a shelf, and it has been for since I got Mini Lord was when I got that engine WI, so it's been a couple years. And this carburetor was broken, so it just sat up there and did nothing. Well, I happened to remember this year to take this with me to the tractor show, and got a new old stock replacement for it. So we can look forward to in future videos the WI coming back to life. We're not done yet. It's just locking carabiners that I got from the Kurt's Carts. Now, on to the last item in this box. You see here, another cheese box. Yes, Tim Miller. Love you, brother. Got me a cheese box. Yeah. That's box number 5. Thanks for getting that started, Dave. Look, it was only 45 cents for that 2-pound block of cheese. But then, a little while later, I get a phone call from Mama Sue. She said, you need to come up here. Tim's up here. He's got something for you. I said, oh, okay. You guys may remember, I had a large snap ring, and I was having issues with these, so I had to custom grind a set of tips to work on that large snap ring. What did Tim do? And this has got reversible. This is reversible, so I can turn hands, so I can spread or pinch, either way, just by flipping the handles over. Really, really neat. Really, really neat. Neat. And the tips that and it's really heavy duty too, real beefy. The tips that it came with. There are a ton of tips with really large ends on them. So, Tim, you knocked it out of the park with the cheese box, and then you one-up the cheese box and grabbed me those. And they're brand new. I just took them out of the package. So, Tim, buddy, thank you very, very much. And you guys, if you read the comments, you may remember Tim was the one that suggested using the Loctite 620 on Winnie the Pooh's head. So, Tim, thank you very much. You have been an invaluable subscriber and friend, and you've helped me along in a number of different things, as well as handed off another cheese box. All right, what else do we got? Well, we stopped at a flea market or yard sale, and I got me a firefighter fire extinguisher with the rack. Stay tuned for what that's going to turn into. It is not going to be a fire extinguisher. And then my brother Brian brought me a box of goodies, and in that box of goodies was this really nice brass torch. Stay tuned for what might come of that. He knows I like my bling, so he gave me a chrome air cleaner, and to round it out, a 16-horse head. But we're nowhere near done. We're into this 10.5 minutes. We're into this 11 minutes, and I've still got a lot more to cover. So really quick, let's drag this over. Zippo got more tires. I got 2 more sets. These are the 6-inch. Excuse me, the 8-inch that will go on Mini Lord. Mini Lord is now back in the shop, and I'll show you why in just a minute. And I'll also try to remember to show you where I found this. Okay, so we've got those. And then I wanted a set of narrow ags to put on Ugly Alice, because the wide ags, they get in the way of some of the implements that I put on it. So the narrow ags will still give me the feel that I want, but I shouldn't hit stuff like I was hitting before. So there's those. Now, we're going to dismount the camera and show you the other goodies that came along. Now, I usually go through and I will buy an engine every year at the tractor show. Well, you guys can see over here, somebody made me an engine. My brother Brian built me an engine, and he built it with intent that every piece of it had to be broken. So if we look at the exhaust flange down here, tabs are broke off. We look at the fins on the head. Also broke off. The flywheel has a lot of pitting on it. We have one tab broken right there on the gas tank. Just, he wanted to make sure every piece of it was a little bit boogered up. And then right here on the carburetor, a little chip out of the top of that. But we're not done. We're not done. I am really, really hoping when I turn this microphone around on this that I don't lose audio, so keep your fingers crossed, guys. Just hang on. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is pause it and make sure that I still have audio, so hang on.